If you're under 25 and enjoy chatting virtually with your friends, there's a high chance you're familiar with Houseparty, the group video call app that lets you drop in and out of multiple gatherings with a simple tap. But from an estimated 50 million downloads in March 2020 to its voluntary closure by the end of 2021, what's the story behind Houseparty? And what are the app's developers planning next? Here's how it happened. Houseparty's roots can be traced back to a different app called Meerkat, founded by Israeli Ben Rubin. After launching at South by Southwest Interactive in 2015, Meerkat took the social world by storm, turning live streaming into an everyday means of broadcasting yourself to the whole world, all in real time. Meerkat worked in conjunction with your Twitter account, sending a notification to the phones of all your Twitter followers whenever you went live. While this provided a huge scope for Meerkat's potential, it gave Twitter near total control over the app's fate. South by Southwest had barely begun when Twitter announced the $100 million acquisition of direct rival Periscope, bringing Meerkat in breach of the social platform's competition rules and breaking the ties between the two applications immediately. Despite the setback, the buzz around Meerkat continued to grow, as it became known as the app that Twitter never wanted you to use. By May, the service boasted a reported 2 million users, and its live streaming was integrated into Facebook accounts, providing a huge vehicle for social growth. But just a year later, Rubin acknowledged that his app's popularity was waning, and that not everybody wanted to broadcast their private life, not to mention that Facebook had launched its own live feature, which took a significant chunk of his market share. And so Meerkat was shut down in 2016 and replaced with Houseparty. The app hosted video calls for up to 8 guests, and by signing up with your phone number, you could see which of your contacts had also registered. By default, users would be notified whenever one of their contacts was in the house, inviting them to join the room and create a spontaneous chat. There was the option to lock the room, preventing any more guests from joining, and other unique features like sending a wave to friends to say you're ready for a chat, or the chance to pass a note and send a private message to just one member of the group. By September 2017, Houseparty had 20 million users, proving particularly popular amongst Generation Z teenagers. Although its user base was growing, Rubin had vowed to keep his app ad-free and so needed a different means of monetizing his creation. The answer was partnerships with well-known games and quizzes, like Heads Up and Uno, which also gave guests a reason to stay late at the party. Not that they really needed it, since the average user spent 1 hour on Houseparty per visit. Following its economic success, it was only a matter of time before a big player swooped in to take Houseparty for itself, and that would be Epic Games, makers of international phenomenon Fortnite, paying $35 million for the acquisition in 2019. And while Zoom might have been the biggest winner from the global pandemic, its uptake among businesses resulting in profits rising from $21 million to $670 million, it was also Houseparty that boomed among younger internet surfers, seeing a 500% growth in global downloads during the first 2 weeks of March 2020. But for all its apparent success, it was only 18 months later that Epic announced the closure of Houseparty and its removal from App and Google Play stores. In their blog explaining the closure, the Houseparty team stated that they could no longer give the app or our community the attention that it deserves, but expressed their gratitude to the tens of millions of people who have used their app. Additionally, it was implied that Houseparty's services didn't align directly with the wider Epic Games catalogue, despite offering its own Fortnite mode, and that the app's resources could be reallocated elsewhere. The firm then made references to working on creating new ways to have meaningful and authentic social interactions at Metaverse scale across the Epic Games family, most likely a virtual world like the Matrix or Avatar that will bring new levels of realism to your gaming experience. A scary idea, but one that experts believe is inevitable as we search for the next version of the internet. Let us know your thoughts on the Metaverse, and if you'll miss Houseparty now that it's gone. And that's how it happened. Thanks for watching.